How's it going?
How's it
Hey,
going?
Lokahi, how are you?
Good.
I know you're a couple days removed now from that first scrimmage, but what did you learn about the offense, and what do you need to do better by next Saturday when the next one is?
Yeah, just based off of this first scrimmage, it's about putting the ball down and seeing what we got on the team, both offensively and defensively. And like Malzahn said, the defense kind of dominated, but it wasn't all bad on offense. I was excited to see us make some plays out there. Like the coach has been preaching, it's not all bad that you see out there, and it's not all good that you think it's out there. So it was a great first scrimmage, I think, across the board as a team, and we'll progress and keep getting better.
A couple new faces in that offensive line group. How do you feel like the group overall is gelling together?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing about our offensive line since I've been here as a freshman was just making sure we were a brotherhood within the team, because we know as an offensive line unit, we got to work as one rather than any other position. It's not like it. So this year, there's no slack off. We bring all the young guys in. We take them over. We just had dinner with the coach last night. It was a great time with all the boys. So, yeah.
From having dinner with Coach Hand, I take it?
Yeah.
What did you guys eat? What kind of?
Man, Four Rivers hooked it up. Yeah, we got some. And Coach Hand's a good cook too. He got some smoked queso for us on the grill. What else? He made some sausage. I forget what the sausage was, but it's good.
So where would you say the biggest competition is within that offensive line? I know there's some new transfers, some guys battling out. Like, what are you seeing out there?
I would say definitely on the edges. We definitely got to find our five, our solid five. We got players who can play it all. We got players that can move from tackle into guard. We got guards who can move and play center. So just being versatile on our offensive line and being ready when the moment strikes, no matter who it is.
Back to that first scrimmage, evaluate the play of the offensive line. What did you like, and what do you think most needed to be improved upon?
Yeah, I mean, one thing we can always work on and always get better at is screening and finishing our blocks. One thing is offensive line, we want to create explosive plays every time we get out on the field. And one thing we can do to control that is by screening and finishing. So that's one thing we can definitely work on as a whole group. One thing I liked is that we're physical. We're not going to be messed around with no matter who's in front of us. They could be bigger than us, smaller than us. We're going to bully them on the field.
Most physical group you've played with?
Yeah, most definitely. Biggest group I played with.
You talked about versatility earlier. How important is it for an offensive lineman to have that kind of versatility?
Man, it's very important. As an offensive lineman, you need 5 guys that can essentially play any of those 5 positions. Offensive line is such a physical position. If one guy goes down, someone has to be ready to step up, whether they're a left tackle needing to go into guard or a center needing to go out to guard. There's a bunch of reasons why we need to be versatile, and being versatile during fall camp and taking reps at other positions will only get us better for the season.
Whether in a scrimmage or whatever drill, and you're going up against the defensive line, who do you like, battling, I guess?
I love going against Ricky. I would say in the pass protections, actually I like going against all of them. They all give different types of looks, but I mean Ricky, probably one of the most polished pass protectors on the inside, so I like seeing what type of different looks he gives me.
I was literally just about to ask you about going head to head with him. So in his quest to be a better pass rusher from the interior, what sort of moves have you seen, and what sort of improvements have you seen going head to head with him?
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about Ricky, he's a physical player. So one thing he really touched up on this year is being great with his hands. So whether that's being great on a bull rush with his hands and hitting him hard in the chest, or whether it's smacking his hands down just to get around him. I've seen his hands improve and him get quicker and recognizing what the offensive line gives him. So,
With a veteran group like this, how would you describe the trust you have in those guys?
I mean, trust is the main thing when you play, especially on the offense. Not just offensive line, just trusting that 11 guys will do their one job. You don't got to worry about the quarterbacks. We don't got to worry about the wide receivers, what they're doing. We just got to do our job with them. So the main thing is just trusting that your brother to the left and the right of you knows what they're doing and knows their job. So.
Coach T. Will talked about how important it was to build relationships with his players, and back during our time, we kind of got a glimpse of the relationship that Coach Hand has kind of developed with you guys in offense. Can you just talk about your relationship with Coach Hand and his relationship with the rest of the offensive line as well?
Yeah, Coach Hand, like I said before, he's kind of like a second father to our offensive line. He's gonna be tough when you need it, and he's gonna be nice when you need it too. I mean, you guys hear him out there. He's yelling and he's going crazy on us, but I mean, it's all things we need. It's good constructive criticism, And at the end of the day, it just makes us better, and that's why we'll do things that will shock the world this year.
What was the highlight from today's practice? Was there like a play or a player that people were going like, wow?
A highlight from today's practice. You know, I couldn't tell you. I gotta watch the film again, but just rep in and rep out. You know, just dialing it in. I couldn't tell you another one highlight.
What have you seen from Mikey Keene? How is he different? You know, maybe even since spring. Like, what kind of quarterback is he now going into year 2?
Yeah, well, Mikey definitely matured. That's the main thing. I mean, coming in, getting tossed into a role of being a starting quarterback last year is difficult for anybody. I don't care who it is. So, just seeing Mikey take another level of his matureness and just being educated in the meeting room and on the field is just, it's exciting to see. And his development is like none other.
And John Rice, what's it like working with him?
Man, it's great. It's a different quarterback. I never had someone as elusive as he was in the backfield, so it's great to have someone who's as dynamic as him, who can sling it and possibly tuck it when he needs it. So.
After this past Sunday's first scrimmage, you guys obviously didn't play maybe as well as you wanted, but knowing that you have another opportunity this upcoming Saturday, maybe you're going to pass the ball more. How excited are you looking forward to that one to hopefully have a better day and get one back over on that defense?
Yeah, I mean, it's every day we look at competing with the defense. So, I mean, whether we lost in the last scrimmage or we won, don't matter. We want to get better. So, I mean, I want the defense to come out with the same mentality to try to beat us too. So, I think the next scrimmage, I'm definitely excited for it. We just got to get better as a whole.
As the quarterback battle plays out during camp, Coach Malzahn has said the players will know. Are you getting a greater sense of who you think is emerging as the starting quarterback?
That's another coach. That's a question for the head ball coach. It's a tough, tight competition. I'll tell you that right now.
Has there any kind of stand out, and not quarterback, but has anyone else on the field kind of had a good camp so far that maybe a newcomer or a freshman, you're like, man, that guy's doing something, maybe he can help us this year?
Yeah, I mean, like Coach T. Will and Ricky said, Nikai Martinez is actually doing this thing. Flies around the field. I'm an offensive lineman. I see him making plays, so he must be doing something right.
You guys good? Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Appreciate it.